Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple. That's your no shit gaming news video. 3 news stories in one video with zero faff. After finally hearing news about the specifications of the PS5, the console wars are hotter than ever as fanboys on both sides trip over themselves to get one up on the other. However, when it comes to the actual developers who've had hands-on with these machines and experience operating them, things get a little more complex. Former Sony game designer Chris Gronell said on Twitter, "I've chatted to a few devs and they have confirmed the power difference is quite staggering. However, they have said it doesn't mean you can't make good games on the PS5. These fanboys clearly don't care about that and are massively rattled." There we go, that settles it. The Xbox Series X is the superior machine, right? Well, some other developers have actually said quite the opposite, instead citing that the PS5 is the better device. In Kotaku's Split Screen podcast, Jason Schreier explained that the devs he spoke to were backing the PS5 over the Xbox Series X despite the difference in terafloppage. Everybody's now seeing this spec sheet and they see PS5 10.2 teraflops and Xbox Series X 12 teraflops, but meanwhile, the people that I've been talking to over the past few months, over the past couple years, who are actually working on the PlayStation 5, have pretty much unanimously all said it's one of those, the coolest pieces of hardware that we've ever seen or used before. There are so many things here that are revolutionary. Schreier also goes on to criticize Sony's marketing thus far, which is something I'm sure many fans can get behind. The first details of the PS5 were shared last week in a 50-minute tech-focused talk by lead system architect Mark Cerny. Compare this to Microsoft's reveal of the Xbox Series X, which had a flashy trailer featuring actual games, and it becomes clear that, at least at surface level, Microsoft's marketing has been much stronger. However, it all comes down to the games themselves. You know, those things you actually play on these chunks of metal and plastic? Based on these conflicting and second-hand reports, it seems like the Xbox Series X will be more powerful in terms of perfecting what existing technology can already do, while the PS5 is more experimental, meaning there is more potential as developers grow more comfortable with it. I'd compare all this to a heavyweight boxer fighting a Shaolin monk. The heavyweight has more raw power and strength, but the monk has skills in other areas that still make him a challenging opponent, just in a very different way. Of course, none of this will stop the ultra fanboys from clawing at each other's throats like dogs scrambling for scraps, despite both systems being pretty hearty beasts. Until we get any information about the actual games, it doesn't really matter to me which is better, but let me know what you think in the comments. Is the PS5 the dark horse of the next generation, or has Xbox's floppage got you all hot and bothered? In the meantime, I'll be watching these squabbling children like a wistful emperor overlooking the rabble in his Colosseum. Last Friday saw the release of 2 of the year's biggest games so far. One is about a psychopathic monster bringing despair to all who cross his path, and the other is Doom Eternal. The former is, of course, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and despite being a Nintendo Switch exclusive, Tom Nook's New Ireland Enterprise has topped the UK physical sales charts. Reportedly, New Horizons has sold more copies on launch than all previous titles, including spin-offs, combined. It's also technically the biggest single game launch since the platform released back in 2017. The title is only beaten if you count both Pokemon Sword and Shield as a single game. Animal Crossing currently sits at 91 on Metacritic, slightly higher than Doom Eternal, which achieved an average of 90 on PC and Xbox One and 88 on PS4. However, the Doomslayer hasn't completely missed out yet, as the game not only sits at number 2 on the UK physical charts, its digital player base is quite extensive. While the game's sales are reportedly a third lower than its predecessor, Doom Eternal hit over 100,000 concurrent players on Steam on launch day, more than double that of the 2016 reboot. Undoubtedly, both Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal have seen a significant bump in digital sales due to the ongoing spread of the Sinister C virus. Steam recently broke its record yet again for the most concurrent users signed into the platform at one time, hitting an outstanding 22 million, which is most likely due to the virus. In other quick C virus news, Poland has set up a national Minecraft server as part of a learning hub to encourage kids to stay home. On top of Minecraft, the hub, known as Gwarantana, contains a game jam, online tabletop RPGs, and webinars and quizzes on Polish history and geography. Additionally, due to the cancellation of the F1 season, drivers will now be competing in the official F1 2019 video game by Codemasters. Since not every F1 driver will be playing, the roster is being bolstered by former pro drivers and esports drivers, as well as other celebrities like former One Direction member Liam Payne, pro golfer Ian Poulter, and Olympic cyclist Chris Hoy. And finally, Media Molecule's Dreams is an excellent tool for realizing your creativity, and many users have been doing just that to create games and art featuring their favorite characters. However, the problem with that is that those characters are copyrighted by other companies, and this is causing issues for the developer. Nintendo is no stranger to clamping down on its IPs and has now started applying pressure to Media Molecule and Sony to remove all Super Mario based content from the game. This was discovered by Dreams creator Piece of Craft, who shared a screenshot of his Mario character model to Twitter, which now held a message from Media Media Molecule explaining it had been moderated due to copyrighted content. In a second tweet, Piece of Craft said he was emailed by Sony's Legal Business Affairs division, not Media Molecule, which stated that Nintendo objected to the use of the Super Mario IP in Dreams. As a user of Dreams myself, this doesn't really come as a shock, as there is a lot of copyrighted content in the game. That said, it is a shame to see such creativity and hard work go to waste, especially when Piece of Craft wasn't profiting from it and did no damage to Nintendo or the Mario brand. Some Mario-based material does still remain on the platform at the time of writing, but I don't expect that to last much longer. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this no shit format, go ahead and give the video a like to give it a boost, hit subscribe and the bell if you want to stay up to date on all future installments, toss a coin to your YouTuber over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. I've been Henry Cooper, that's all for today, bye for now.